Hi, everybody. So, yeah, you were just saying it's been a while because,
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's your fault. It's all your fault
it's all my fault. It is
that it's
so
been a
my
while.
fault.
It's been 2 weeks, or it's been three. Technically, it's been 3 weeks because we took 2 weeks off, right?
Yep. So it would have been a third week since the other one.
So, hi, everybody in the chat.
Hello.
So, so we will be watching Deep Space Nine tonight. We will be watching. It is season 4, episode 22 on Paramount Plus, where Dana and I will be watching it. For the Cause is the episode. So wherever you plan on watching the episode along with us, take a few minutes, find it, queue it up, get ready to go.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah. Have it paused on 0 so when you push play, it doesn't have to buffer or load. It'll just start. And then we'll all be
And then
synced up and
yeah.
ready to go. Yeah. But before we do that, it's, it's customary to have a bit of chit
Tradition.
chat. Yes, it's tradition to have a bit of chit chat.
Just a bit. A smidge.
A skosh.
Azalea Jane, too much. Today was not as much, just much as yesterday. Oh my goodness, yesterday was just so much. But today was still a lot. So was yesterday the day that I had the yeah, it was. I didn't even add that to what I told the person that I owed a text message with some information to. I'm like, I'm sorry, I said I'd get this to you yesterday, and then I didn't. I had a student and parent conference before school, and then I had 2 observations that I had to do for the ESOL class that I'm taking, and then I had an IEP meeting, and then our union representative was there, and I was helping to organize that. And oh yeah, and it was my turn in the rotation to cover classes because we don't have enough substitute teachers during my planning period.
Well, that's
And then,
nice.
also teaching. Just throw that in the mix there. So I was very grateful because on Monday, my co-teacher was out.
Right.
And they said, we have this many teachers out and we don't have enough subs. So you'll be getting just other teachers will be giving their planning. I was like, I can manage it. And they actually had a sub for me for some of my first classes, the last class of the day, which is the most challenging class. Just me.
Rolling
So anyway, when yeah, like it was just, no fights broke out, nothing like that, but I had to be on them all the time. Just like, sit back in your seat, keep your hands to yourself, keep yourself to yourself, focus on your work. Yes, I realize somebody else said something. I'm not talking to them right now. Right now I'm talking to you. You need to do your work. And just like breathing. And it was just constant, absolutely constant. And so, yeah, the co-teacher's back, and Mrs. Cole was mean to us yesterday. One of them said, she cussed us out. I was like, child, if I had cussed you out, she would already be all over social media. She would already know about it. You wouldn't have to tell her.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
And also, you wouldn't be here today. You'd still be home crying.
Yeah, because when you decide to cuss somebody out, you make it count.
I do. And honestly, when I really mean it, I don't cuss. I curse. Like curse you.
Yeah, like,
really
you like
go
salt the
step
earth.
on a Lego.
Yeah. It's like the you ever see the movie
Probably not.
Oh god, now the title. Road to Perdition. Road to Perdition. The
No,
movie.
but I'm familiar with it. It's got like the picture has two guys and they're silhouetted, right? The
I
poster.
think maybe,
There
yeah.
you go. I know that.
But
That's what I
yeah,
know.
it's a really good movie. It's the movie where Tom Hanks plays a 1930s gangster, right?
As one does.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks gets to do
and
whatever the heck he wants.
yeah, exactly. And Paul Newman is also in it, uh, as well as Jude Law and and Daniel Craig. So it's a great cast. Um, and I think
Is
Daniel
Daniel
Craig
Craig the one you
played
really, really like?
huh?
Is Daniel Craig the one you really, really? No, wait.
I
Yeah.
mean, I like Daniel Craig. Like, what's not to like about Daniel Craig? But
No, 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 no. Okay, no, it's not. It was somebody else. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
anyway, but so Paul Newman plays like a crime boss, and Daniel Craig plays the crime boss's disappointing son. And there's a scene when and Tom Hanks plays like a hitman who works for the crime boss, who is like a son, but isn't. And so his real son, the disappointing son, played by Daniel Craig, sends hitmen out to kill the hitman, basically. Right? There's like there's some disagreement among the crime family, and Tom Hanks ends up on the outs. And so Paul Newman finds out that his disappointing son, Daniel Craig, has sent people out to kill his surrogate son, Tom Hanks, and he's very
That he
upset about
actually
this.
likes.
He's very upset about this, and there's a scene that I've always loved where Paul Newman, he's Daniel Craig is like doubled over in front of his father, and Paul Newman is clubbing him on the back like with a double axe handle, and he's beating him on the back.
Wait, hang on.
Like his
like two.
his
Okay,
hands
okay.
are like this.
So,
You have to. There's a visual element because
okay. Okay.
he's
like
got
you
his
said,
hands like this. It's a double axe
and I'm
handle,
thinking,
double axe handle like the wrestling move, when he's clubbing him on the back. And every time he hits him, he says another word, and he's going, "I curse the fucking day you were born." So I kind of picture that's how you are when you're really,
No, no, no. I mean,
No?
no, no. Usually when like that type of curse, for lack of a better term, because I don't that he's not cursing. He's saying, "I regret that you were born." So he's not cursing him. He's just yelling at him.
He's not making a specific
although
curse.
cussing at him too. Yes.
Yeah.
But
he's not saying like, may you always bite into a candy that you think is dark chocolate, but it turns out to be milk chocolate. Like, he's not doing that,
Oh, I was thinking, hoping for like a cherry flavor thing and getting a cinnamon red hot. Not that there's anything wrong with cinnamon red hots, but if you're expecting, a cherry juju and you get a cinnamon red hot, you bite it and you think it's going to be soft and a little bit tart and sweet, and then it's hard and it's spicy, and that's not what you wanted. It's just like the most mild.
Oh God.
No, like
and by the way, Snake Bit Cat, yes, Road to Perdition is actually partially inspired by Lone Wolf and Cub, so that's why it sounds that way. Yeah.
You're such a nerd. Such a nerd. But no, like online people, I'll just like, I am so glad that I am not your parent, because I would feel like such a failure. So yeah, sort of
something nice and cutting,
and I
but
feel bad for your parents. They must be so ashamed of themselves to have raised someone who acts that way.
Something superficially civil, but actually quite brutal when you actually listen to what was said.
Just mean.
Yeah.
And then no, when I curse, it's like, just please get off the road and then face judgment. let's say that. That's usually not what I say when I'm on the road.
No, not while we're on the phone when you're driving somewhere and you get like that. You do not usually say get off the road and then face judgment. It's a lot more colorful than that.
Yes, it's more specific, let's say.
Yeah.
255 AD, I will point out, I'm sure there are some kids, there's some students for whom it is their favorite class of the day, but there are definitely others for whom it is not. Just
And also 255 AD says, you know, it's an interesting fact I found out recently. Mario Kart was never originally supposed to have weapons. I'm glad you consider that an interesting fact.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's a combat game, or not. It's not a combat. It's a competitive game, and that means weapons. You know, of course they're gonna have weapons.
And also, Jason says Road to Perdition was a graphic novel. Yes, it was, and an excellent one. Yes, it's a very good, I love the really good comic.
That's a great one, except I would say may the ninth one be when you're awake and screaming.
You know, speaking of spiders, can I share a dream I had last night?
Oh, please do.
I know it's usually bad form to tell people about dreams unless the dreams are about them. And I completely understand, because I don't give a shit about people's dreams either. Even if they're about me, to be quite honest, I'm just like, don't tell me about your fucking
because
dreams.
You don't care about other people. You don't care about other people's
dreams. That's why. I don't care about other people's dreams. But there are exceptions. And if it's like a particularly interesting dream, then of course, you know, I'm willing to hear it. And so I had a dream last night, and I only bring it up because you said spiders. So I had a dream that there was a very interesting kind of spider in, I can't remember where I was, but I was someplace and there was a spider web and there was a spider in the web. And at first it looked like one of those ones that have like, you ever see the spiders where like they have 8 legs like a spider, but it looks like they only have 4 legs because like there's 2 legs in the front and 2 legs in the back that are a lot longer than the others. So at a glance, it looks like a 4-legged spider, instead of, because the other 4 legs are kind of shorter and smaller and kind of in the middle. And it's one of those. And in the dream, it also had like a little bit of orange coloration to it. It was like brown and orange. And so I looked at it. And then I was like staring at it in the dream. And then I kept looking at it. And all of a sudden the spider started to look like a little man. Like a little man, but it still had the coloration of the spider. Like it was the spider turned into a little man that was like mostly black, but it had like an orange or a red like shape or something in the middle, like completely black, like no face, no features, just like the shape of a little man who's, yeah. And I thought, oh, that's bad. I should kill that.
So the spider was okay.
Well, and then it transformed into a little man, and I was like, okay, that can't stay here.
That's not good. That's not good. The shape-shifting thing, not so much.
And I started that. I felt like a little bit of like, I should do something. You know what I mean? Like I should, but I didn't want to squash it because it was too big, and I thought it would be gross. So I said, I know, I've got some bug spray somewhere. I'll go get the bug spray.
Oh God, no.
I'll go get the bug spray, and I'll come back and I'll spray it. Right?
Oh no! You went away?
No, I didn't. Okay. I was just about to get up and go, but see, here was my mistake in the dream. I waited too long. I should have gone and done something immediately. But as I was standing there staring at it, it underwent some kind of mitosis, and the one little guy transformed. No, the one little guy split into 3 little guys, and all of a sudden, instead of just one, there were 3 of them. And I said, okay, I really need to do something about this. It's reproducing. And I think that's when either the dream changed or I woke up. That's the last event in the dream I remember. But yeah, it was
yeah, that's not good.
It was quite upsetting at the time. Yeah.
So I did my observations yesterday for my ESOL program, and then today I wrote up my notes and my analysis. But apparently, I told you about my language stream, right?
I think so. I think so.
So not last night, but the night before, apparently I was stressing about having to do these observations and get everything done because the people that I was supposed to observe had been sick like for several days. I'm like, I have to do this. What am I going to do if literally there are only 2 other teachers? I have to do 2 observations. there are 2 teachers in my building who have their ESOL endorsement. And I'm like, I don't have anybody else. What am I going to do? I've already like rescheduled this observation a couple of times, and I have to ask for coverage for my class because I can do one of them, thankfully, during my planning period, but the other one I have to do at another time, like when they've got the ESOL students in there, you know. So, oh gosh. So it had to be during one of my classes. So somebody was going to come in. I was just stressed about it. So lots of stress. And I think that's what led to my dream, in which I was in some kind of pageant. And the way you were going to be evaluated was based on how many languages you knew. And in the dream, I was stressing out because I was like, I have to keep Spanish and Portuguese separate, because if I get them confused, you know, then I'm not going to get credit for either one. In the dream, as in real life, I was very competitive. I wanted to win.
225 AD says, I had a dream where I was reincarnated as a baby and I killed another baby. And then the whole day I was like, I killed a baby in a dream. Should I feel guilty? No.
I don't think so, because in the dream you were also a baby. So
yes,
it was a fair kill.
It was baby versus baby. And also it was
Exactly.
a dream. It was a dream,
Also
and
that.
dreams don't
Also that.
and dreams don't count.
Dreams don't make any sense.
Dreams don't make any sense, and you have no control over what you dream about. So, you know, you can't be held accountable if you do, even if you dream that you did something absolutely fucking unforgivable, like kill a baby when you are not yourself also a baby. I don't think you should feel bad about it when you wake up, because it didn't really happen. I mean,
that might have something to do with it. You didn't actually do anything.
Right.
So yeah, that was my final project for that class. And I don't have anything more for that until next month.
Yay.
And I'm so relieved. I have other things that I need to get done, obviously, but that is just, you know, a huge weight off, because it's just like this, and then you have another assignment, and then you have, you know, this literature review, and then you have this analysis, and it's like one more thing, and one more thing. I thought of, yeah. So it's a lot.
It sounds like it. Invalid user says, what about lucid dreams? Well, if you are capable of having lucid dreams and you are inducing yourself to have lucid dreams about killing babies, maybe that's a slightly different issue. Maybe there's some kind of problem to be examined there. But in general, just normal garden variety dreams, I don't think. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to be able to do what I called dream writing. Like I could take control of the dream, and then I would just have these wonderful adventures, and I would go flying, and I would, you know, be a superhero. It was great. Like actually, like not just daydreaming, but during, you know, during my sleep, I would, you know, hang out with cartoon characters, and we would go and fight villains. You know, we would go and defeat villains. I was competitive, even then we always won, because it was my dream. It was my story. Right. I got to be the hero. I got to defeat the bad guy, and it was great. And there was always flying, and it was great. It was wonderful. I can't do that anymore. It's a bummer.
Did you ever have dreams where you tripped and fell and you were just about to fall on your face, and like the instant before you hit the ground, you woke up?
Nope. But I do have dreams about people dying. And then I wake up, and usually those are the ones that, like Andrew says, make complete sense. And I wake up and I don't know if it really happened or not. And it takes me a little while to think of, okay, usually I'm, you know, bummed and stressed about it for a few hours. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I remember that I was not upset about this yesterday. And I didn't get like a phone call in the middle of the night, and it's morning. That was a dream. So I like logic my way through it, you know, after I've sort of awakened a little bit. The first time I remember that happening it was my, you know, childhood best friend. And it was like 3 p.m. before I put it together. I was like, wait a minute, when did I get that? When did mom call me to tell me about this? Because I wasn't upset about it yesterday, and she didn't call last night, and she didn't call today. And I was like, I couldn't remember any of the stuff that I dreamed had happened. I couldn't remember it having happened. And but it was like all day. And then more recently, I think within the last year, when it was my sister, I woke up, you know, after I woke up, it was, you know, it was just shortly after breakfast. I was like, wait a minute. I wasn't upset about this yesterday. And, you know, in the dream, it had happened, you know, a little while ago. I was like, nope, That was 3. Okay, we're good.
We're good.
Yep.
David Corrigan says, I used to have dreams where I tripped and fell, but before hitting the ground, I missed and started flying. Well, that's much better than my dreams
Nice.
where
Yes.
I would almost hit the ground and then wake up. That's yeah.
So
Because I
did you
did used
wake
to
up
have
like
that.
with a jolt?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh.
I mean, I haven't had it for a very long time, and I didn't have them like a lot, but occasionally, like more than once, more than a few times, I've had that dream. And it's always like, I'm just like, you're falling, you're just about to, I mean, not falling even from a great height, just like you're walking along and you trip and you're falling straight down and you're about to hit the ground face first. And then, oh, wake up. Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying
Oh.
is, Inception is real because that's how
Yeah.
they wake it.
Oh yeah.
That's how they wake each other up from the dreams in Inception. They like, they call it a kick, but it's the same thing. Like at least that's how it worked for me. You're about to
Yeah.
smash into the ground and oh, and then you're awake.
Oh man. Nukem and Hertua's dream. Scorpions everywhere in the house. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that.
No, thank you. No, thank you. So yeah.
So shall we watch Deep Space Nine?
I've got it queued up.
All right. Everybody else has it queued up, hopefully. It's been a few weeks since we've done this. Would you like to tell everybody how this works, Dana?
Yes. So, somebody mentioned, Terrell mentioned, asked, what's the timestamp? The timestamp is at 0000. So
we haven't started yet.
Dun,
the
dun, dun.
timestamp will be up here once we start watching.
So we're on Paramount Plus, and I will say that I got an ad. I got an advertisement.
Yes, so did I.
When I started it.
So did I.
So make sure you get past the advertisement, and then like hit pause or backtrack it to 0. And then Steve, because this is his channel, is going to say 3, 2, 1, play. And you press play when Steve says play, not on 1, on play.
When I say play.
When he says, that's when you do it. And then
we'll all be synced up.
Yep, you can follow along with the timestamp. And if you're a few seconds off.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So, because we're not like, it's not a sing-along. So you don't have to worry about that.
Exactly. And we're not watching a movie that Dana has seen 100 times, so she won't be quoting the dialogue along as we watch.
I ain't seen it at all. And also, it's not a movie. Because I would not be up for that.
Yes. All right. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, then. Here we go. I will count us in from 3. And 3, 2, 1, play.
Like, first of all, I saw was the hand. Like, what? Just kind of the walk. But like the hand came into focus first. It's like, I don't want to go back and think.
I'm a really bad captain.
But we do talk about Cisco, Mr. I Love the Ants.
Yes, we do.
Well, I won't say that's the problem. We talk about Cisco.
He has a triangular pillow because it's in space. She got dressed in a fucking hurry, too. I mean...
It's space. They're wearing pajamas. Like, she just gets out of bed and goes.
That's true. She's like, I'm dressed for sleep or work at all times.
Exactly. Oh, I want to live in the future where you can just wear pajamas all the time. Klingons are mean.
Why does Worf look like he's in trouble? He's just sitting there like...
Talking bad about my people.
Hey, Caitlin.
Hmm. Uh-oh. There's cookies? What?
And then I want you to take it to the car wash.
What's going on with my glasses? Bothering me.
Who?
Dun dun
Bum, bum,
dun.
bum. Snakebait Cat, yes, George Lucas did establish that nobody wears underwear in space, but that was in another galaxy.
One that is far, far away.
Far, far away, so I am told, yes. You know what I really loved about the Ahsoka TV show is how they traveled to another galaxy that was exactly like the galaxy they came from. I thought that was a really bold storytelling choice.
It was even further away.
Yeah. At about the same time, in another galaxy, a little further away.
Image. Dum dum bum bum bum. Oh god. Mm.
What's your favorite Trek opening 255 AD?
Yeah, Mr. I love the ants. That is not how it works in Star Tours, let me tell you. It's much more fun. Woohoo! Also, the seats, well, the whole box moves. So, my childhood. Cargo. I'm sorry.
First, they come in here wanting to charge my girlfriend with intent, and then they want to surveil her. $55.80. That's a good one. The first TNG opening credits. That's a good choice. I'm not sure what I would say.
Oh.
She's such a good spaceball player, don't you think?
Oh, he's jealous. Zing.
Don't fight, you guys.
Oh, I was right about pizza. So good. I like pizza. Complain that you didn't make enough.
Yeah, really.
So
And then I say, I'm the captain. I can make however much I want. Get out of my room. I'm just asking. I'm not
he's
trying to
being
catch you in
so
a lie.
subtle. That's an order. I got pizza.
Mr. I Love the Ants, people complain about all kinds of ridiculous things when it comes to Star Trek. Yeah. So what are you, like 18?
Oh no, clone of Jonathan. I hope you get it to work.
David Corritan, yes, and I believe this is Tracy Mittendorf, and this is the only time she plays Xiao. You didn't register any members of the Blue Man Group on your crew manifest. Oh, you're not going to have to hear about it at home later. Roll tonight. We are watching Deep Space Nine, For the Cause, Season 4, Episode 22. And 255 AD. And 255 AD, you're right, I do hate that. Like, why do you need to explain why there's humans in Star Wars? Because actually humans are from Earth, and you know, like you should be pushed down a flight of stairs for even bringing that up, let alone writing a novel to explain it. Criminals are a superstitious, cowardly lot, Chief.
Everybody makes mistakes, Worf. Criminals are not.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
criminals always make mistakes. That's how you can tell. Yeah. Okay.
No. Correlation is not causation, Worf. That's illogical.
You gotta have an opinion. Do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped the...
So indulge me. Mm. Oh my goodness, that pizza was so good.
Yes, Mr. I love the ants, but they're not terrorists. Gotcha!
Done.
Azalea got me. Oh, damn, I
Whoopsie.
accidentally shot Worf in the face. Why the fuck you do that?
I said accidentally.
And valid user, it is at Riker's house. You know I'm like 50, right?
Oh, my belly's so happy.
Oh, come on, Dad. It's space food. We're in space.
Yeah, my dad.
That side eye.
Oh, God. Make it stop. I know. It's just weird, dude. I'm not even like, ooh.
She might be a traitor. I don't know.
You're a child.
The secret handshake. It's important.
Benji. He's not happy.
Sorry about your girlfriend committing treason.
Old man.
Say, just by way of conversation, you didn't happen to illegally transfer goods to our enemies, did you? Some of us are loyal Federation citizens, Cassidy. I don't mention that for any particular reason. I'm just saying.
Hint. Hint. I'm the traitor and I want to be here.
Go play a drum with some paint on it. To hell with the Tholians anyway. They're like crab people. I'll see you in prison. I mean, when you get back. I'll see you when you get back.
In prison.
In prison.
I'll see you in prison when you get back.
When you get back, I'll see you in prison. Just know. Oh, Terrell, that's a good one. Cassidy is caught in a Tholian web.
I don't know why that's good.
It's a Star Trek reference. There's a classic episode called The Tholian Web.
Oh, it's fan service?
Well, no, it would be fan service if a show said something like that. But when a fan says it
But
in
when a
response
fan
to a
says
show,
it, it's not fan service. Okay,
then it's
enough.
a joke. It's like a riff. Yeah. It's a pun.
It's an in-joke.
See? Yeah. It's a good thing they have the lights turned out so that the people outside the ship can't see them. Get down off your apple box, Quark. If you hurt her feelings slightly, I will fucking kill you.
Slowly.
It's definitely not a date. Look, I'm not a fucking idiot. Okay, I'm gonna sit across from her, chew my food with my mouth closed, laugh at her fucking jokes, and that's it. You just witnessed one.
It's like, wait.
Oh.
My tummy is happy. I had chorizo.
David Cordet, exactly.
But he was right. He couldn't choose the wine in front of him because it was poison, and he couldn't choose the wine in front of the other guy because it was also poison. He was right. He just made the mistake of actually choosing one of the wines.
Oh, but I want to go on the ship and beat people up. Oh man, it's my boyfriend. I'm in so much trouble. Hey, James. Oh, damn!
Called it.
David C. Drake, rude. You did call it.
Kind of obvious.
Francisco, glad you could join us.
Yay! 255 a day, I'm sure that they do. However, like they said, that when they started off, they had very limited, evidence. So,
Well, and also if they bypass Cisco, then Cisco doesn't have a conflict for the episode. So, you know. That's my big chance. Eddington was here.
it's convenient that they just stick to stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're just Captain Optimism this week, aren't you, Odo?
No, he didn't. Sorry you got shot, Major. It will satisfy my curiosity. Durr. Pushing it slowly. And in your uniform.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry. Oh, he got in the last word.
I'm hanging up now. You know what? You've offended me so much, I'm changing actresses after this.
Dun dun dun. If you're not welcome there, it's not home.
You brought a gun to our date?
Cool.
What's Clint Eastwood like?
He's another old guy. Okay, I'm so confused. How the um and Jason's statement, his friend did not pit a loved one against Ben and betray and trick him. Um, how did what's his name pit Cassidy against Ben? I'm missing something there.
They didn't pit her against him, but used her to draw him out, you know, so that Eddington and the others could, you know, do their thing, could steal the replicators, and, you know, like he used her as a pawn. You don't think? Well, I mean, you don't think it's reasonable that he would be maybe a little extra upset about that?
Not more than someone that I mean, not more upset than someone who was a friend actually doing the betraying. He doesn't know Eddington. I mean, like, no. I mean, they weren't close.
No, but Eddington is. But well, so here I agree with most of what the people in the chat have said. Because okay, so the earlier betrayal in the back in season 2 when they introduced the Maquis, it was Ben's old friend Cal, who left Starfleet and joined the Maquis.
Right.
And people are saying, like, why is he so much more upset at Eddington than he was at Cal? And as we see when Eddington comes back, not this season, but next season, and we see how upset Ben really is by Eddington's betrayal. And he is really pissed off about it. So why is he so much more pissed off about that? I think part of it is that he and Cal were old friends, and he still saw Cal as his old friend when he joined the Maquis, and carried a lot of, you know, lingering affection for him, and didn't see Cal's betrayal as a personal betrayal. Cal was leaving Starfleet. He was turning against Starfleet, but he wasn't personally betraying Sisko. Whereas Eddington is one of Sisko's officers. He's under Sisko's command. They work together.
Okay, I missed that.
Sisko is in charge of him. Yeah. Sisko is in charge of him.
I thought he like came in from outside, like that.
No, remember he's been this is his 4th or 5th appearance. He's been living on the station for a while, and he's under Sisko's direct supervision. And he involved Sisko's girlfriend, and he involved Sisko's girlfriend.
He makes use of Sisko's girlfriend's involvement, to my understanding. She's already in. He didn't get her involved, did he? She was already involved.
No, he didn't. But he used her. He used her to betray Sisko and to steal the replicators that were Sisko's responsibility, because they were passing through Sisko's station. And
I would argue that's transference, because and it may also be consistent because he doesn't seem, you know, pissed at Cassidy's betrayal.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem pissed at her. Well, then again, she wasn't a member of Starfleet, and she wasn't under his direct command.
Right. No, but she, like his friend, is somebody he's close to, and so he doesn't get mad at them. In both cases, it's somebody he's close to who's helping the Maquis or joined the Maquis, and he doesn't get mad about it. And in both cases, it's somebody he's close to. So it feels like maybe he's willing to let things, you know, not willing to let things slide. He still lets, you know, there are still consequences, you know, his duty, blah, blah, blah. But in terms of personal frustration and anger, he shifts that. He looks past their betrayal because he cares about them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I'm just saying that's a parallel that I'm seeing in the two situations.
And then there's another point that a couple people brought up as well, that I have actually used as a joke at least twice in Trek Actually videos, which is Eddington compares the Federation to the Borg, which you might think would be a cheap shot no matter what, because the Borg are
Mhm.
responsible for killing thousands of Federation citizens and blowing up a bunch of
Including
Starfleet ships. Yes, it's especially a low blow to Sisko because his ship was one of the ships destroyed by the Borg and his wife was killed. So it's basically, and I love what the joke I usually do is Eddington, because Eddington starts out saying, dude, just leave us alone, man. It's nothing personal. And then like 2 minutes later, he's like,
makes a personal jibe.
You're worse than the Borg, the people that killed your wife. And it's like, oh, okay, I see how it is.
Which also, let's point out, was also nothing personal.
Yeah, apparently. But so, and I don't know how much that was in the minds of the writers when they wrote that monologue for Eddington. I don't know if they intended to have him make a Borg reference to Sisko to sort of stick the knife in, because if they did,
twisted.
If they did, then they did a fantastic job, because it's so like they don't do anything to emphasize it. Like they don't give Sisko a reaction. They don't give Sisko like a line where he comments on that. Like it's just allowed to be, and you can sort of draw your own conclusion. But yeah, it's definitely, in there to be considered.
Caitlin, I'm just going to disagree, at least on the last bit. I'm so tired, you guys. I told you about yesterday. It's been that way for several weeks. There's just a lot going on. I don't really get how Cassidy is at risk for showing up for a shipment then nobody's going to show up to. Like, I'm not really seeing that. And I don't think I'm going to get it, even if you try to explain it to me. I'm really sorry. Maybe if I had been having more sleep lately. But you said if Eddington hadn't said all that and instead had shown up later remorseful, Sisko, might have personally forgiven him. But again, duty, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, Cassidy specifically says, she did what she did. She chose no remorse whatsoever. And Sisko still, says, I still care about you.
Yeah.
So
255 AD. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just speculation, because I don't think, the show is a drama, not a class in imaginary Federation civics. So I don't know, but I would assume that, the Federation perhaps has designated the Maquis as a hostile organization and declared that, if you are a Federation citizen, but then you join the Maquis in its operations that are determined to be against the Federation, then you have given up your Federation citizenship. And I really don't think that's that unreasonable. Like, I'm not really bothered.
Well, not only that,
from the Federation's perspective.
Yeah. Well, from Eddington's perspective, he's saying he doesn't want to be in the Federation.
Like, oh, sure. Yeah. But
when the Federation says you're giving up your Federation citizenship, you're like, oh, great. Thank you. We've been trying everything. I'm sorry that we had to become terrorists in order to get rid of our Federation.
I don't think the Maquis are all that broken up about it. And also,
I think that's that's one of the things that they apparently want.
And also, there's really nothing we've seen in any Star Trek show that indicates that when non-Federation citizens are taken into Federation custody and subjected to Federation laws, like that they are mistreated in any way. I mean, I'm sure there are advantages to Federation citizenship, but it seems like if you are arrested in the commission of a crime against the Federation, it's not like they, torture you if you're not a Federation citizen. Like, it seems like they have a fairly equitable legal system.
Yeah, it's not clear what rights or privileges being a Federation citizen gets you. Right. So, which is not part of this story. It's not part of other stories. So, it's exactly. Just sort of there.
And also, yeah, go ahead.
I did like Snake Pit Cat's comment. Sisko wasn't angry at Cassidy, just disappointed.
Yeah, that's and that in a way that hurts even more, doesn't it?
Even more, because it's not that you're betraying the Federation. That's not it. It's that you didn't feel that you could come to me about it. Talk things out.
Exactly. So shall we play Wordle and then wrap this baby up?
Sure.
All right, here we go. We're going to play Wordle, everybody, and then we're going to end the show. So this is today's Wordle. And the way this works, for those of you who have never played Wordle with us before, is Dana takes the lead, and Dana is not actually seeing the Wordle board. She is only going by my description of it. But we play together. And also, if you are watching and you're in the chat and you want to play along, we welcome that. Please throw in your guesses or your suggestions in the chat, and we will make use of those as we see fit. And please, if you have... Yes, that's the only thing we ask. If you have solved today's Wordle already, please do not spoil it. Other than that, go ahead, go for it.
Have at it.
So, yeah. So what do you say, Dana?
Yes, let's do the thing, and then I'm going to go to bed.
I kind of figured. So heart.
Sticking time. Heart. Yes, let's start with heart. Start with heart.
Heart. And that gives us... Oh my, that's a good word to start with today. It gives us the...
It's not actually hard because we've gotten that before.
Yes, that's true. We have. It gives us the E and the R both in the right place, and it gives us the T but in the wrong place.
Okay.
So I would think it's most likely that the T is the first letter.
Mm-hmm. T-E something R something, right?
Yeah, although it could, I mean, it could be retro if the T is the middle letter.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think it's more likely the T is the first letter.
With R as the fourth letter, I would think that implies a diphthong, an E and another vowel. T-E-O, T-E-I, T-E-U. I don't know.
Well, okay.
I think T in the middle might work.
Okay.
Yeah, retro David C. Drake. Mr. I Love the Ants, we do need the E in the second. Everybody going with retro. Let's go for that. Let's see.
You want to try retro?
I mean, yeah, we've got some votes for that in the chat. Let's go with it.
All right.
See what happens.
Let's try it. Retro. R-E-T-R-O. Oh. That's it. No, wait, it's not it. No, it's not it.
Huh?
But
it's not
okay, it's not it. I thought it was because it was coming up green, but it's R-E-T-R something. It's not O. So you think it's retry?
Yeah. And David C. Drake agrees with you.
Yeah, it's got to be retry. R-E-T-R-Y.
Metro would have worked as well, but we've got the R now roll tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's let's try retry.
Let's retry. Well, I guess it's the first try for retry. But...
the first try for retry, and it worked. It was retry.
Yay us! Yay team
Huzzah.
Us! We're so awesome.
Huzzah!
Mr. I Love the Ants. I was like, oh no, you said it's wrong. I thought you typed in retro, and then said it was wrong. I was like, wait, no, but that's okay. Yay us! Party emojis. Not bad. So thanks for joining us tonight. Those of you who are channel members or patrons, don't forget to send in your asks for Friday, because Steve has Ask Away coming up at 6 o'clock
That's right.
p.m. on Friday, where he will read your questions to the world and then answer him in his usual witty style. So, you're so welcome. So if you aren't a channel member, you can push the button somewhere down here to do that. And of course, if you can also, there's a bell and a thing, so do the things. And or you can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives. You can join there. 601, half a dozen of the other. It all,
I get the money either way, so I have no strong preference. Yeah.
Although I think for y'all, you might get, like, I think YouTube does some stuff. Like, there might be like channel perks. I don't know if you get like a green dot. If it
well, you get like, if you're a YouTube member, you get like a little badge or something next to your name in the chat and in the comments and that kind of thing. So I mean,
so yeah, it might affect something like, I don't know, do they have like slow chat on? I don't know. It might affect that. I am not the professional YouTuber. So, and then yeah, we're gonna be back next week.
For Poirot.
What are we watching for Poirot?
For Poirot next week, we are watching. Let me see. The Adventure of the Cheap Flat.
Yes.
You know that one?
Yes, I do. I do.
Awesome.
Because they're like it's so freaking relevant right now because apartments aren't cheap. Rent is through the roof, and so they find this apartment, and it's like it's advertised that it's got this really low rent, and they're like, "There's no way. There's no way. It's got to be a misprint or something." So they go and they run into some friends who are like leaving and say, "No, it's somebody's already got it. You know, we're too late." And they're like, let's go check it out. And it turns out their friends were wrong. But of course, that's part of the mystery.
So don't give it away. Yes, and also to Caitlin, thank you. Also, charitylinks.page.
Yes, I missed that.
You did miss it.
Sorry. I forget things. It's my gig.
I mean, I didn't mention it either. So thank you, Caitlin, for reminding us. Yes, charitylinks.page. Help out some friends of ours who need a helping hand. If you have a few dollars to spare and you want to put it towards a good cause, there's lots of GoFundMes and PayPals and medical relief funds, et cetera, for people who, who are in some financial stress and need some help. So anyway, so yeah, we'll be back next week for another one of these. We'll watch Poirot, The Adventure of the Cheap Flat, and I will be here on Friday for Ask Away. So there we go.
And next week, we'll get to make fun of Hastings again.
Woohoo! Yay! Hey, that's always a good time.
It really is. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.
Bye, everybody.